All right, my friends, about 4 cups of coffee in, and I want to touch on a subject that kind of drives me up a wall because I've talked about this a ton, and there's a lot of information out there to avoid falling into this pitfall. But I see people post about it and ask about it, and make the Facebook post about their cheat meals and their cheat days. So when you're trying to have a sustainable, long-term nutrition change, there's really no need as a grown adult to have a cheat meal. Well, let's put it this way. You can and you should from time to time have a meal that maybe is not the most nutrient dense for you, that maybe it's a guilty pleasure. I want you guys to have that few and far between. That helps you keep your sanity. That helps make things sustainable, right? So I'll use the example for myself of I love pizza. Love it. I love pizza. So instead of doing option A, which is what people do when they have a cheat meal, and they go about their day and they don't adjust anything else, and they just say, well, here's my cheat meal. I'm going to have this pizza tonight, and I'm going to have 3 or 4 slices, and then 2 things happen. They go way over in their calories. They go way over in probably their carbohydrate if you're using pizza, and we go way over in their fat. So what is the thought out approach? What is the better way to do that so that that doesn't happen? So I'll use myself for example. If I know that I'm going to go somewhere tonight and have a whole bunch of pizza and even chicken wings, right? Then I need to change the beginning of my day so that I'm not eating a large amount of carbohydrate and not eating a large amount of fat in the beginning of the day because I know I'm going to have it later in the day. So what would I do? Instead of having my normal breakfast of eggs and a bunch of different things, which has a high fat content, I would probably just have a protein shake mixed with water, right? What is that doing for me? That's leaving me a large chunk of fat and carbohydrate and also calories for the end of the day. So at the end of the day, when I go and have that less than perfect meal, then I'm still within my numbers. I didn't have my regular day of 2,200 calories plus 900 calories on top of it, putting me way over my numbers, looking back at it and feeling bad and saying, what did I do? So again, I hate when people are like, oh, here's my cheat meal or my cheat day. If you really want to have that stuff, just take a few minutes, have a little bit of a plan, right? We've said this 1,000 times. Have a plan and stick to the plan, right? And you can make that work. This is kind of where If It Fits Your Macros started to get a bad name. Was everybody started eating, not everybody, but people started posting pictures of ice cream and Pop-Tarts and ice cream with Pop-Tarts and all this really poor quality food, shitty food. And they're like, look, I can eat this, if it fits my macros. No, the idea behind If It Fits My Macros was to take really nutrient-dense foods to make the bulk of what you eat and to help you keep your sanity along the way and make it sustainable for a long period of time, was that you allowed yourself to have some Pop-Tarts, once a week. You have some Pop-Tarts and you lower your carbohydrate intake for the rest of the day because of that, right? So it's an adult way to go through it. So going and having this cheat meal, or even worse, this cheat day, I think is a little bit, it's just not thought out very well, right? When you can go and allow yourself, or you plan to say, hey, look, I have this event coming up, or I have this going on, so I plan for it, and I allot myself some extra calories in the back end of the day, or whatever it's going to be, a high, hey, if it's a night of drinking, hey, I know that my breakfast sure as hell isn't going to be oatmeal and pancakes, because guess what? At the end of the day, I know I'm going to get 300 grams of carbohydrate just from drinking. So again, guys, the whole cheat meal thing is doesn't make much sense when you can put a little thought into it and keep yourself on track. And we know that consistency is the name of the game. And then the other thing is, don't turn it into one meal turns into a 3.5-day bender and you're eating really, really poorly. Again, if you have questions, please ask. If you'd love to see a video on a topic that you want my opinion on, Ryan's opinion on, ask. We'd love to do videos on the exact topic that you want to know. Have a great day. And again, have a plan and stick to it.